What is going on, guys? Back in my shop again, and I've kind of got an interesting one. Let's take a peek at it. So I've got this aluminum cast boat engine block, and I'm not exactly positive as to what happened, but if you look, it's got a little hole in it. Now I don't know if you guys know this, but there's not supposed to be a hole in these engine blocks. I don't get paid to ask questions. I don't know how he managed to punch a hole inside of this aluminum engine block, but I don't get paid to ask questions. I get paid to weld things. The guy came to me and he said, "Hey, can you weld it?" And I says, "Can I weld it? I don't know. I don't know if I can weld it, but if I can't, I won't charge you anything. And if I can, maybe about 250. So definitely not a huge job by any means, but I'll spend a little bit of time on it. If I can make 250 bucks, it's not a bad deal. But my plan is simple. I'll just kind of take you guys along with me. And if I fuck it up, then you just tell me in the comments, and we can all have a good laugh at old Matt. So let's get into it. So I've got a bunch of these small aluminum tabs. My plan is to cut them to shape. I went ahead and cut this guy. This is just going to slide into that slot. And again, the whole point of this is just to hold oil. The guy told me he's gonna come behind me and JB weld the shit out of this. So looks is not the most appealing thing to him. He just wants, we just don't want this. So I'm gonna cut a couple of these tabs. I'll cut them to this shape. My plan is to slide them into this little slot, and then I will weld along these seams, basically just sealing off this hole. Now that I got my little tab pieces cut out, basically the idea is simple. I'm just going to slide a couple of these in at a time, whichever fits the best, how many fit the tightest, that's how many I'll put in. These are 1/8 inch tabs. It's about a little less than a 1/2 inch hole. In some spots it kind of comes to a point at the bottom of this. I might need to cut this last one down in size, so 2 will fit in just fine, but the last one is kind of a bit snug. And some of you might be asking, Matt, why didn't you just make this out of one solid piece? Why did you cut multiple tabs? Because now I have to, weld all these tabs into one solid piece. Why did you do all that? Well, it's simple. I'm on a budget. I was not about to go out to a machine shop and get a custom slug made to fit this exact hole. I'm getting paid 250 bucks. Okay, the guy, he knows what he's getting for this. He just needs it to hold oil. Okay, there's a lot of ways to do this. I'm doing it the ghetto way, but that's just the way I'm doing it today. So because not all of them will fit in at the same time, this whole slot has a bit of a bevel on the inside, so I can fit 2 full tabs in plus half of one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut along this line. That way I don't have, a 1/2 inch of aluminum sticking out. Although I don't think it would make a huge deal. I want things to at least look somewhat nice. So we'll do that now. And then, and only then, will we weld these all up. Went ahead and I got all my tabs nice and cleaned up. Hit them with a little bit of acetone. And hit them again one last time, get some of the jagged edges off. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to weld all these tabs into one solid piece. Then I'll clean up that engine block behind me, at least the spots that I'll be welding, weld it out, get paid. Now, admittedly, don't tell no one this, but admittedly, I am not that good at aluminum TIG welding. I'll admit, it is maybe my biggest weakness in the welding field. And I know it's a weakness, and I do my best to teach myself and utilize aluminum TIG welding when I can, even when I don't need to, just so I can do it and I can this, and I'm using the Lincoln TIG 200, and it's not the best machine. I feel like I don't want to be that guy who blames it on this machine, but I do feel like this machine is limiting, and it might not be the easiest to use, or at least not in my case, because I'm not that good at it. I need a machine that does a lot of the back end stuff, a lot of the settings by itself. This one does not do that. It's a simple tape stick machine, and while it can do it, I think it's not as easy to jump into with this machine as, say, one of the Everlast machines. So I got my tab piece all welded up. This is absolutely blazing hot, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside, and while this is cooling, I'm going to jump to that engine block, kind of clean up the section that I'll be welding on as best as I can, and hopefully by the time I get done with that, this will be cool. I can slide it in, pound it in, weld the outside edges, and be done. So I don't want to get anything inside of this engine, any aluminum bits, any aluminum chunks, contamination. So what I'm going to do before I get too excited is I'm just going to take this section off. Again, just because I don't want anything flying inside of this engine block. And it's not sticking at all. Maybe. So I'm just going to hit these edges. Hopefully then that aluminum block will be done. I can slide it in. I'll do the tops along these bolt holes, and then the back side of this. Clean all that up best as I can, and we'll take it from that point. So I went ahead and I got this whole section cleaned up. What I'm going to do now is clean it up quite a bit with some acetone, just to get any loose oils off. Once I slide this tab inside, it's kind of going to be a pain in the ass to pull it out if I need to. So I just want to double check that I'm all still good to go. All my cleaning is done. There's nothing that's going to make things difficult. Again, once I slide this in, it's a bit of a tight fit. It's not going to want to come out. And I can tell just off the bat, I might need to keep knocking some of this paint off of this block. Okay, folks, this is it. No going back from this point. I don't want to push in too much because I don't want this aluminum block to split open, because that would only, God, that would suck so much. So I'm not gonna push. I'm not gonna test my luck with that. It's snug, it's solid, and it's weldable. That's the big thing. It's weldable. I'm just going to let this cool off just a second. I don't want to go nuts with it. I find that I have the best luck with aluminum when, even if it's just a mental thing, I take my time with it. It's easy when things go sideways, especially with aluminum. It's easy to just get pissed off and want to get it done as soon as possible. But that only delays the end. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. I do my best to keep that in mind. time. I know that the best welds you can lay is the most comfortable weld that you can get into. So while I could, weld this in the 2G position, why make life difficult? So I'm just going to get this weld flat in the 1G position, make my life as easy as it can be. I know a lot of guys that can weld in all kinds of wacky positions, but it's Tuesday at 2 o'clock. I'm not doing all that shit. I don't want to blow my own whistle, but that's not too bad. We take those. Yeah, I think that'll hold up just fine. I did not expect to be able to pull that off. Well guys, that's about it. Obviously I was able to weld this up. I mean, I knew that I could. I can do this kind of shit in my sleep, no big deal. But hey, if you get anything out of this video, if I've entertained you, you know what to do by now. I'll catch you on the next one.